Now, a little bit ago, there was two videos released, one by Cynical and one by A Ray of Sunshine, both talking about is Sea of Thieves dying. Now, this inspired me to make a video on why can Sea of Thieves not keep players playing. Now, is Sea of Thieves dying? No, Sea of Thieves is continuously growing and it's continuously getting new players. However, it seems to me that a lot of these players don't stick around, they just leave. Now, there's going to be several reasons why we're going over them in this video. But before you watch this video, I recommend watching Cynical's video and A Ray of Sunshine's video on this topic. Mainly Cynical's video, he actually did a pretty good job on explaining this stuff. I recommend watching that before you watch this video, but not further ado, let's get into this whole entire topic. Now, with the game, with pretty much any video game, getting somebody to spend money to buy your game is the easy part, but to keep them playing the game, that's the hard part. Now, with Sea of Thieves, it's really easy to just buy the game. Oh, Jack Sparrow's on here? Oh, that's a pirate adventure game. There's no game like this game. I should go play this game. This game looks awesome. It's really easy for Sea of Thieves to get a new player hooked in. It's really easy, in fact. I got hooked in really easily just playing this game, and a lot of people just seem to get hooked in really easily. However, getting continuously into the game, continuously playing the game, that's where the game starts to fall short on. Now, a lot of these good players just leveled up the Plunder Pass when it came out. They just went to Adventure, leveled it up to 100 really quickly by just doing a few FOFs or doing whatever new stuff is out. And they level up rather quickly, and then they just do whatever combinations they want to get what they want, and that's it. That they don't need gold, they don't need any of that, and then they just stop playing the game and they go play another game. But why are they not sticking around? If this game was really fun, why aren't they just continuing to play after leveling up the Plunder Pass to 100? Heck, the Plunder Pass doesn't really take that much time to level up anyway. I did it within like a week. It was really quick. But I would say the main reason is a lot of these PvP players just stopped PvPing. They just quit PvP. Now, why did they quit PvP? Well, a lot of the really good players fully left this game. The mediocre, okay players are still playing this game. Now, one of the reasons why I would say a lot of these players have just left the game was because of the terrible choices Rare has done to the combat. Now, if you guys didn't know, Sea of Thieves was actually a fairly skilled game. It was actually a pretty balanced game. You had the sword, you had double gunning, and it was all very balanced. Actually, everything worked. And then Rare went and they changed things around because they didn't like people sword lunge spamming. Then they didn't like people double gunning. And then they didn't like that not enough people used the sword. And then they didn't like how there were still double gunners clapping swords more. So now they buffed the sword, and then they buffed the sword again because people are incompetent of killing double gunners. Now, after that landslide of events, pretty much the combat in this game is completely imbalanced. A lot of people will say, oh, the sword is completely balanced. It's not. You can't ADS with guns when you're being slashed. You can't move when you're being slashed. So you're pretty much just a sitting target at that point. And when you have only one sword swimmer, you know, it's a problem. It's you know, humongous disadvantage. But when you have 4 people coming after your arse, that's a humongous problem. But yeah, pretty much the combat's completely scuffed. It's completely imbalanced. They can take up to, well, pretty much just a lot of shots. There's not an exact number, but it takes between 2 to however many. Hit registration with guns is a bigger deal than with the sword. Considering with the sword you can just slash another time, just click M1 one more time, not a big deal, people. Compared to the guns where if you shoot and it doesn't register, you have to reload that gun. By the way, when you're being slashed, there's a nice little bug where randomly your gun won't shoot when you're being slashed also. So that's also a nice little bug that they added. I don't know entirely if it's a feature or if it's a bug, but I find it doesn't work 100% of the time, so I'm thinking it's more of a bug than a feature. But who knows, maybe in a few updates Rare will make it a feature, or who knows. But this is one of the main reasons why the game isn't staying alive, is because of, well, PvP is completely broken, and a lot of the players that really enjoy PvPing are just chilling there in Arena. If you want to find decent people to play against to get good at land PvP, play Arena. Like, don't play Adventure. Adventure isn't going to do anything for you. But pretty much a lot of the good players just stop playing the game, and mainly because of the PvP system, but there's also other reasons. Now, another reason why a lot of players just are leaving the game and are just not staying here is because they hear about some of the stuff that Rare has been doing and just overall still does. Rare also bans a lot of PvP players. Lemon was banned because he's got mass reported by people on Xbox. He's a full-on Xbox player, stole for the dams, and he got reported several times for hacks, even though you can't hack on an Xbox without using the AI new hacks, and really there's only a few hundred people that have that. So likely chance of you finding those people on Xbox is unbelievably rare. Like, it's so rare that if you see one, you literally just won the lottery. You should probably go in and get a lottery ticket if you found one. But pretty much, you're not going to see a single hacker on Xbox-only servers. It's just not going to happen. It's impossible to hack on Xbox. You hack once on Xbox, oh, firmware update 2.1 comes out. Oh, well, now you're console banned because you modded the console. And even if you hack the console itself, you also have to deal with virtualization. Now, if you guys didn't know, Xbox actually virtualizes everything. That's how backward compatibility on Xbox is so good. It's because they have a VM in their Xbox, from what I understand. Now, I could be wrong on this, but from what I understand, there is a VM in Xbox, and that's how you're able to run Xbox original games on the new Xbox, Xbox 360 games, and also Xbox One games, and also new generation Xbox games. But pretty much, Lemon was banned for no reason. He was banned because a lot of salty kids mass reported him because he just stole their For the Damned and also sank their server. And yeah, apparently that's unsportsmanship for some reason, according to Rare. According to Rare, also bucketing somebody and spamming rolls on deck laughing is also. So, you know, that's a thing also. But pretty much he's been banned for no reason. Now, there's several other people who have been banned for no reason. Middle Peg Leg was banned for no reason. He's been unbanned. Logic was banned. I think he's still banned. But there's also other really good PvP players that were banned for literally no reason. And a lot of them just left the game when they were banned for no reason. When Middle got banned, at that point, he was pretty much just done with the game. He releases a montage here and there, but for the most part, he's pretty much just done with Sea of Thieves from what I can tell. He doesn't really play it much, and a lot of these good players just left Sea of Thieves, mainly for Halo Infinite, because that game actually has good PvP, but Sea of Thieves has some serious PvP problems. Now, there's going to be some people that'll be like, well, there's a lot of PvE players and everything like that, and, you know, they're grinding for stuff and everything like that, and, well, that only goes so far. If you enjoy grinding PvE, you know, props to you, but in the end, PvP is going to keep this game alive. What content are you watching on YouTube? Probably a video like this, or PvP videos. You're not going to be watching somebody just doing a Fort of Fortune. You're just not. You're going to be watching PvP videos on YouTube. That's the stuff that people watch on YouTube for Sea of Thieves. There's some people that do enjoy watching PvE. I don't get how you can do that, but there are some that do. It's not many, but some do. In the end, PvP is what keeps the game alive. If you have a really good combat system like Halo, that game will survive 20 years. If you have a really trash game like Star Wars Battlefront 1, that game isn't gonna survive. And considering the fact that the PvP is completely broken and a lot of the PvP players are just tired of the broken PvP, a lot of them are just going to leave. PvE can only go so far, and then it just gets boring, and then you just move on to another PvE game. Now, there's also other reasons, such as PvE content just being repetitive and being pretty much the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, a fort. Oh, now there's a FOF. Oh, it's just a fort, but with just more bosses. Oh, a skeleton fleet. Oh, now we got a flame heart. It's just easier than the skeleton fleet. Oh, For the Damned. Oh, it's just colored skeletons. It's a little bit unique, a little bit special, but pretty much the same thing. Slash the skeletons. There isn't anything really unique there. The Tall Tales you can really only play once. That only has limited replayability. You might play it a few more times, but that's pretty much it. It doesn't have much replayability. You can replay it a few times, you might get a different outcome in the story, or, well, not really outcome, but different path on the story and that stuff, and that's what you might get. But for the most part, it doesn't really offer any replayability. The same ending, it's got the same everything pretty much. It's not the replayability like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic or Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy, where you have different combat paths, and each one feels different, and also changing your decisions in the game will actually alter the story. But what is it you guys think for why pro players are leaving Sea of Thieves? Please comment them down below. I'm actually kind of curious. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. It really helps out the channel quite a lot. Please subscribe and click that bell if you're new around here. I make quite a few videos like this. I also make some tutorials and also make some hilarious videos, I guess. I don't know what to call them. They're just special. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you dudes in the next video.